Anime.
Yo, what's up?
What is happening, everyone?
It's another episode, man.
Yeah.
Filler Non Canon. Damo, how you doing, man? How you doing since yesterday when I saw you?
Yeah, we're hanging out. I'm doing good. You know, it's a lovely Saturday morning. That's when we record these things. And just chilling, just hanging out. How about you, man?
I'm doing awful. A lot.
Oh.
Things went downhill since yesterday night.
Oh no.
Nah, I'm playing. I'm doing great. Another beautiful Saturday morning. We get to talk anime, watch anime. Man. Truly, we're privileged, and we're thankful. Yeah. We're thankful for those who watch us, and we're thankful for you know, all the animators. And I guess we should say, you know, even though we didn't necessarily watch this show, we should say rest in peace to Berserk creator.
Kentaro Miura.
Miura.
Yeah, sad stuff, man. It's it's a, you know, a lot of it's you hate to see it when there's, you know, all this illness in the industry. Yeah.
He definitely seemed to make a crazy impact. Again, I didn't read Berserk. I watched the Netflix adaptation, but every Berserk fan has told me that is a bastardization of the great artwork he made. And you know, prayers up to his family, prayers up to his fan base, and you know, rest assured he's probably in a better place.
Yeah, man.
He's in manga and anime heaven right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, with beautiful building designs, just like his artwork.
He's in Valhalla. He's in Valhalla.
I want to read it at some point. I want to go through it, and because I hear like the manga is where it's at, and it is really one of the best ones. So you go like, okay,
that's one of those animes where I was like, man, I wish like Studio Wit would do that one.
Do like a Vinland Saga. Well, it's in the same seinen, I think is what's called the genre, the more like adult adult manga. And I think Vinland Saga is heavily influenced by Berserk, or not. I'm just assuming. Maybe but it seems that way.
In other news, Demon Slayer is now the number 2 highest grossing anime film in the United States history.
Yeah, man. It's I think it'll do it. I think it'll probably cross number 1. But
it's been killing, man. I mean, you know, the amount of times just because a lot of people were just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna watch it on illegal stream. I thought I was like, oh, I think that'll hurt the numbers, but people are like, nah, I need to experience this in theaters. And I mean, I saw it. I'm probably gonna see it again once my schedule clears up because it's so good to me. I'm excited to see. You haven't seen it yet, have you?
I still haven't seen it. I want to. It's kind of the same deal where just random shit has just been popping up in life that I'm like, it's just kind of preventing me from actually making the time to go see it. But I would love to see it in theaters. You know, if not, I'll download it VOD the day it comes out. But I want to see it. I definitely want to see it on the big screen. I haven't, because I just know, the studio just crushes it animation wise. So I'm like, it would be cool to just like have that just like wash over me.
Definitely. The number 1 movie at the moment that Demon Slayer is trying to chase down is Pokemon the movie.
Still holding on. Pokemon the first movie.
The first one.
Yeah, that was like 99?
That was 19. Let me see. Pokemon the first
you got it
movie came out 1998.
1998.
Yes. 1998. At the peak of Pokemania.
Oh my God. Yeah.
What's up?
I forgot. I'm actually just remembering this now. I had a friend In this was, I think this came out when I was in second grade or something, second or third grade or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think I was in third grade.
Yeah. Okay, so
yeah,
maybe I was in second. But I randomly went to a kid with like he's like who had tickets to like the premiere, like the Hollywood premiere of Pokemon the movie, and he was like, "Oh, do you want to come with us?" And I was like, he's like, "Yeah." And I remember we got, this is like a vivid childhood memory. I don't remember much, but this is like one of those things I remember is we were on like walking into the theater, and some reporter from, I think like Univision or something, was just like, it's like, "Are you excited to go see Pokemon the movie?" And I'm just like, "Yeah." So there's somewhere some footage of like a 7-year-old Damien just on Spanish television, just being like, "Yeah."
I love that like there's still captions in English. Yeah. There's still subtitles.
Yeah. I just remember. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Yeah.
I'm gonna YouTube that and see if it's available. Pokemon the first movie Univision. Let's see if that shows up. Pokemon the first movie Univision.
Yeah. And you see a bowl cut demo.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine that'd be a clip they would share. Like, white child loses his mind about Pokemon.
Yeah, if you Google "white child loses his mind over Pokemon," a lot of things are gonna come up.
Yeah, a lot of things are gonna pop up.
That's so funny. I did not go to the premiere. I had to like do so many. I swear I did like kind of like, in order to see that movie, I had to pull so many strings because my parents were gonna take. My parents have never taken me to the movies ever. The only movie my parents took me to was Passion of the Christ. So, that's the only movie my parents ever took me to.
This is the one. Like this is the one you need. This is the only education you need. This is the only story you need to hear.
That is the only movie I've ever been in a theater with my parents to see, is the Passion of the Christ. I swear to God. Every other movie was like either with my church or oh my God, my best friend Michael at the time. Yeah. So Michael's mom I had to like kind of like press Michael's mom to like see it. I'd be like, all right. So I hit up Michael. I was like, all right, man, we got to tell your mom to take us to the Pokemon movie. Yeah. Then I had to like get my sisters involved to kind of get my parents to give us the money, because Michael's mom was like, okay, I'll take y'all, but I'm not paying for all of you guys. Yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. So that's all I need is the fucking ride home. We'll get there. We'll find a way to get to the theater. So what we did was, my cousin, we lived in a 3-bedroom apartment with 15 people at the time. Mm-hmm. So my cousin, Amalmi, she knew how to get to the theater through the bus. Yeah. So we just took the bus, and then like Michael's mom took us home after the theater. But when we got to the theater, I was like waiting for our turn. We had to wait like 40 minutes before our movie was before our theater would be ready. And so I was just waiting in the arcade section, and then this little snot-nosed white kid came out, and he was just like, "Oh my God, I was so sad when Ash got turned to stone." And I was just like, what? What do you mean? I got so angry, bro. I was so pissed off. I was shaking. And then I went into the movie, and I completely forgot about it until it happened. I was like, oh, yeah, that kid told me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But it still hit me hard. People were crying in the theater.
Oh, I think, I'm sure I was crying. It's a brutal moment where you're like, wait, this is Pokemon. What's happening? Why am I?
It's a dark movie. Pokemon, the first movie, is pretty dark. Because, like, the flashback to the whole Mewtwo creation was pretty fucked up. Yeah. And then the clones of the Pokemon that they captured was pretty fucked up. They were like they were like using the beams and shit. They were like biting each other. It was like dog fighting.
Yeah, people weren't. They weren't like trying to make you faint. They were.
No.
Yeah, Charizard's trying to kill me. Like that's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the whole like the way the Pokemon were like just straight up fighting one another in the sky and stuff. It was very cinematic and beautiful, and like the way it was handled was very nice. But it was like a movie. Like I remember as a kid being very shaken by Mewtwo and being afraid of Mewtwo.
Yeah. I felt the same way. I think it was I think it did a good job. Even the next one, or maybe it wasn't the next one, but the one with Lugia, like in like all the legendary birds and stuff. Even that one was like too. pretty intense.
The world will turn the prophecy. The world will turn to ash, and they're like, "It's you, Ash. Ash Ketchum."
That's like 8-year-olds in the movie theater being like, "Oh, whoa, oh."
Double entendre. What?
Mind blown.
My teacher told me about this. Oh man!
And
was that
parents
Pokemon
being
2000?
Is that what it was called?
I think it was called Pokemon 2000 because I think it came out in 2000.
Yeah, I'd believe that. Yeah, that's We'll Demon Slayer.
No, it came out in 1999. So
1999.
Yeah,
so probably not Pokemon. That'd be funny if it was still Pokemon 2000. They're like, whatever. we gotta before the world
Pokemon
ends. In Y2K.
Pokemon 1999 doesn't have that same ring to it,
Yeah.
And then the last one was just Pokemon 3, the movie.
Pokemon 3, the movie, as opposed to Pokemon 3, the TV show. But
it is pretty interesting, like the sequence of Pokemon movies. It's Pokemon the first movie.
Yeah.
So that's pretty presumptuous. The name of the first movie is Pokemon the first movie, making, we're going to hit you with a lot of these.
Oh, yeah, you're going to
get... The second one is Pokemon the movie 2000.
Yeah.
The third one is Pokemon 3 the and then the fourth one is Pokemon Forever.
Nice.
And then the fifth one is Pokemon Heroes. Okay. I think this is the fifth one. And then the sixth one is Pokemon Lucario the Mystery. And that's when they had that Pokemon that could do the Kamehameha wave.
Yeah. He's in Smash Bros. Yeah,
he's in Smash Bros.
Yeah.
And I don't know which one comes first, but then there's Pokemon The Rise of Darkari, and then there's Pokemon Arceus and the Jewel of Life.
Oh my God! They just start switching to like Nancy Drew titles after a certain point.
Yes.
Yeah, Pokemon Charizard and the mystery of the lost Squirtle. You're gonna.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Where it's just like it kind of gets like Pokemon characters. Their character design starts like flirting with like card capturers.
Yeah.
Do you remember card capturers?
And I don't think so.
Oh man, card capturers! I remember that. It was like a WB show that like ran for like maybe 3 seasons, at least in the WB. I probably like finished out in actual Japan. Card capturers. Yeah, let me make sure. Card Capture Sakura is a Japanese manga series.
Yeah, that show is huge. It's like that's still ongoing, I think.
Oh, it's still going?
Yeah, it's like it's one of those. I think they reboot it like every. It's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! I think where they like reboot it with new character. I'm super talking out of my ass right now, but I think it's kind of works the same way. Where like every so often they like reboot the characters and whatnot.
Yeah, that show was huge. I didn't keep up. My sister loved it, but I didn't keep up with it as much.
Yeah.
But because I didn't really understand the rules of the world. I'm like, so they're cards, but you have to be a magician to like activate them. What's going on here? Yeah,
I think I watched the first episode and I was 27. I was like, I'm done. I don't think this one's for me. I think I missed it.
Yeah, it was on WB, which is now the CW, their Saturday morning lineup for a little bit, but then it kind of just like it never stuck with me. But my sisters would love it, so I just would I'd watch just to get the Static Shock. So.
Yeah. Just put through it. Yeah,
because it had those 6 hours of animated content. You're like, ooh, just Some of them you would stay with, some of them you'd be like, oh, no thanks.
Oh yeah, I would always remember. Yeah, WB had the longest Saturday morning lineup. You'd be like, okay, cool, Jackie Chan Adventures at like 7 a.m. And then if you just kind of stayed in front of the TV until like 11:30, you're like, why am I watching Sonic Adventures? Like you're watching like the animation gets worse and worse as as the morning goes on, and it's the shows. You're like, what am I watching now?
I just appreciated that they would put like Pokemon first, and then you would flip over to Fox to watch Digimon, and then you'd flip back to watch Jackie Chan, and then you'd flip back to watch Spider-Man, then you'd flip back to watch Static Shock.
Yeah,
you just be back and forth the entire day trying to like. And then if you had sisters and you only had one TV, you'd be like, no, I want to watch this show. Flip it back. I missed it. What the fuck? You would just be having these arguments. And then my sister one time had a great idea. She was just like, okay, here's the deal. Because Saturday would be the day we'd clean the house. Mm-hmm. So one time she was like, how about this? We spend the whole day cleaning the house. Then I'll make breakfast, and then we'll have a late breakfast, and we'll watch all the cartoons, and that'll take us to like 6 o'clock, and then we can watch whatever movies on UPN. I was like, all right, that's a good plan.
Yeah.
And then she recorded it, and then it didn't record.
Oh.
I had the most insane meltdown. I cried.
Yeah.
I like threw shit. The house looked worse. I was like, you said that we would have it. You said we would have it. She's like, I thought I recorded it.
Next week, I'm not going to know what the hell is going on. I'm not going to know anything.
I got to use context clues. I don't even know what that means.
Previously on, it's like, I kind of get it, but I feel like I'm missing out. I feel like...
Oh, man.
Yelling at your sister. The previously ons are never as thorough as you want them to be.
Oh, man. I lost my shit. I lost my shit on my sister. It was, and like, hindsight being 2020, just like, was not that big of a deal. But
not that big of a deal. Yeah. And it never, I mean, you watch the next one, and it's usually Goku was just screaming for 30 minutes. So you're like, you didn't miss much.
I mean, to her credit, just tells you how good of a negotiator she was. She was able to talk me back down to like, all right, let's record it again. And then eventually she figured out how to record.
Okay.
And it was a great system. It really would carry, like, in the morning we'd clean up. Then all Saturday we'd watch 6 hours of cartoons. By 12 we'd be done cleaning up. We'd watch 6 hours of cartoons. And then by the time we had it done, we would be able to watch a cool movie at night, and that'd be our Saturday. Saturdays would just be spent watching TV.
That's a solid day. You just putting this on VHS? You just doing
VHS?
Recording?
Yeah,
nice. I do that. Yeah, those are fun days. Yeah, you always screwed up. You always
screwed up,
and it's also like it was like you would screw up, but also the technology just like wasn't there yet, so it wasn't
good.
So you would like
horrible.
You would record it, and then like halfway through, it'd be like your sister's softball game, and then like then it would be back to like Digimon. You're like,
sometimes
all right,
it would record over an episode. I mean, the thing is, again, if you really like the episode, you could watch it sometime in the middle of the week, or you watch it on Friday. I mean, essentially, they just turned into what streaming services are now.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I gotta watch I'm gonna watch 3 episodes to get ready for the season finale or whatever the fuck it is. So
yeah.
And then in the summer they'd always just start over again. They would just replay the season again.
Oh yeah, that would always be anytime. I remember the moments in Dragon Ball Z, the reset moments. It would be Goku kicks the shit out of Raccoon on Namek. It would reset after that, and then it would always reset after Vegeta sacrifices himself to kill Boo. I mean, I need some spoilers. I'm sorry, but if you haven't seen Dragon Ball Z at this point, and that would always reset. It would always reset there, and I think that was those were like the two that you would get all the way to Boo, and you'd be like, maybe tomorrow we'll see the next episode, and then it's Raditz shows up on Earth.
Like, what?
No.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of movies, Digimon. You ever see Digimon the movie?
No, actually. Like,
really?
That's one of those movies where I'm like, because the Digimon movie kind of like rebooted. It just started from the beginning of the show, right? It didn't like pick up from the show. It just started from like it's like not canon, right? Or am I wrong?
I don't know, but I remember it being that it actually
it was like in the real world.
It was in the real world, so it kind of fits snugly. I think so. I think the first like 10 minutes are kind of a prequel where I can't remember anyone's name in there, but I think like Tai and his brother and like Agumon like shows up in the real world and he fights like a moth or something. But I think it kind of fits as a prequel. And then it sort of time skips a little bit, but it basically the whole thing is they have to fight a virus gets on the
internet?
on the internet. And it's I think it's like from the Digi network or something like that. I don't know. But I remember that movie came out sort of in a similar like 1999, 2000 or something. And me and my high school buds rewatched it, I think when we were in college and 2012 or something. And it's so funny hearing that the 90s talk about computer virus. People were just like, a legit line from the movie is like, a virus on the internet? What? People I was like, what is this? I've never heard of this. And then, a bunch of 20-year-olds being like, oh, we've seen those. We've seen a few of those.
Someone's been looking at the wrong websites.
And we unleashed a digital monster onto the internet.
Yeah. Was it dark like Pokemon's first movie?
It's like kind of dark. The villain's like really creepy, and then it gets there's like a conclusion that I never watch. I always because it like skips around. So there's like the big middle part is like the virus on the internet with like with the original generation, and then it skips ahead to like the virus comes back, but it's like the new generation. Remember Digimon? There's like a few generations of
right.
So then like it skips ahead to like when the old generation's a little older, and then there's like the new generation of kids. And I think that part gets like darker, but I never finished that part.
Digimon had like 3 generations. There was the one where like the new generation goes to the Digi world, and then they get their own Digimon. And then there's one where like the Digimon are part of the real world, and the real world Digimon I remember were like really like fucked up. Like there was this one that was essentially like a Velociraptor, and he was like almost 8 people or something, I think.
Yeah, and they were always like Satan-mon. Like, oh my God. Like, oh shit, things are getting real here.
Yeah, and they kind of have the same kind of art style that Soul Eater has.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
A little bit of like, I don't know if it's the same designer. I doubt it's the same creator. Maybe the same animation studio. We could probably check.
Yeah.
Soul Eater Animation Studio.
I think was that Bones? Did Bones do Soul Eater?
Bones did Soul Eater and Digimon Animation
Studio, probably a bigger one. Digimon Studio.
It says Digimon Studios, but maybe I'm wrong.
Dang. Film, television, blah, blah, blah. Anime, television series produced by Toei. Okay.
Toei. Okay.
Yeah.
Just probably just similar styles, but
the big boys. Yeah, I love Digimon though. I was such a big. I was the kid who was trying in 3rd grade. I was
like, Digimon had a better story.
Digimon was 100% the better show. Pokemon's obviously the better game. But in like trading card game and all that stuff. But I remember 3rd grade, I was trying to like. It was my already starting to become a weeb, and that was because 2nd grade, I knew everything about Pokemon. Everyone's super into Pokemon, so I felt like really cool. And in 3rd grade, I was like, all right, guys, you know what, we got to get you on this new shit, Digimon, and everyone's like, we're starting to like girls. We're starting to like girls now, so we're gonna actually ignore your suggestion and just try to flirt with Paige. Like that's where we're kind of. They're like. I'm like, I don't know, guys. Agumon's pretty sick. I don't know. Yeah, that was my first experience, I think, with like, you can't get everyone in on something. You can't get everyone in on like a cool cartoon. But yeah, Digimon was cooler. I mean, I'd be curious to rewatch it. I don't think I know they just rebooted it, so it might be kind of fun to like just.
I heard the reboot's good.
Yeah,
I heard like it's fun. Again, that's the one thing specifically about Digimon is the story was fun. I don't know if I don't know if I would go back to it now and be like, oh, it's a fun story. But at the time, for my kid brain, it was like more interesting. There was like they took from like the biblical Armageddon elements of it.
Yeah.
And like it was fun. I remember just enjoying like that aspect of it, and like I remember Ty and the other kid had a huge fight. Remember that?
Yeah.
The Digimon, and that was interesting. It's like, oh, whoa, I didn't expect that, and so that's like compelling when you see your two characters fight like that. I mean, we've seen it in a bunch of anime since, but like that was the first time I ever saw like friends become enemies.
Yeah. I think it was more mature for like a kid to watch, where you go like, oh, it actually feels like things are happening and there's like consequences and stakes and stuff, as opposed to just a kid roaming around with his friends and throwing and capturing animals and tiny balls.
Like with Ash and Gary, you were like, why do they hate each other? but with Ty and his rival, like, oh, I see it. You saw it like kind of like seeded before it actually like came out. So yeah.
But anyway, Demon Slayer, I think it will pass. I think it will pass Pokemon. I think it's like $10 million away, which in its I think it's like a month. As long as it stays in theaters, I feel like people will still watch it. Yeah. And which I would imagine it's going to stay in theaters for like another month or two.
And the VOD is going to I know I'm going to probably buy it when it gets on VOD.
Oh yeah,
I'm probably going to buy it. Like I'm going to probably save it to my YouTube library.
Yeah.
So it's just good, man. Just really good.
And if you ever want to rewatch the whole show, then like if you didn't own the movie, ooh, this is real slick of them. If you didn't own the movie, that means you'd be like, watch season 1, and then you'd be like, oh, season 2, oh, but I didn't get to see the train arc. You're like, oh, you
really smart, man. Really smart. Whoever thought of that idea, they should be getting such a raise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's fantastic, but I think it's like flawless execution. Like if it sucked, people would have been like, well, fuck you. But
but it's a good movie.
It was great. I don't think it's just good. I think it was great.
It's great.
I think it's great.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. Like when I left that theater, I was like, yeah, that did more than I thought it would do. Like better than Brawley for sure. And Brawley's great.
Yeah.
I left Brawley thinking that might be the best anime movie I've ever seen in a theater.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, the Dragon Ball movies are fun, but they're always lacking in the story department. Brawley probably does the best of that.
It still has some story flaws, but
but it's we forgive it because it's Dragon Ball.
Yes.
But Demon Slayer is actually like, I would imagine it's actually like telling a story.
The story elements in the Demon Slayer are really good, and they do a good job of balancing all the characters and making like the reason you like the characters. I mean, I've talked about this before.
Yeah.
I think it'll definitely pass it, and it's gonna do so many more numbers on VOD, I think, and also some people will actually want to own the Blu-ray.
Definitely.
In regards to another anime movie that's coming out, Evangelion, some new scientific news. Do you want to talk about this, Damien?
Yeah. Let me pull up this article so I can actually read the very technical wording of this. But this is a life-saving technique a life-saving technique to deliver oxygen-carrying liquid through the anus gets named after Evangelion.
Wow, total concentration enema. That's
the study was inspired by I guess Evangelion, the LCL liquid that fills their suits or fills the cockpit so they can breathe. I guess, I guess the researchers are big Ava fans. They're like,
what if they're like, what if you entered the Ava through your butt?
Yeah. I like scientists being like, how would this actually work? It's like, well, it'd have to go through the ass.
It would have to go through the butt. That's it's like we are one step closer to getting mechs.
Yeah.
Now here's a question: would you want to see mechs in your lifetime? Because the thing about mechs is, if mechs exist, that means we have created technology that is so advanced we have giant robots that can fight. But if that is also the case, that means war is at a point where we need giant robots to fight wars.
Yeah, well, it always starts with some like bullshit industrial, like, no, this is to put steel beams on really tall buildings. That's what this is for, and not at all to shoot even bigger guns. we built a robot to shoot even bigger guns at people. Like that's
so. The Pentagon is talking about how they're about to release information that confirms UFOs are real, that they exist, which basically is like aliens are real. We don't know what these are, but they're not from Earth.
Right.
We don't know where they're from. Is essentially the thing. So it's like, do we go like, this is the time to start the mech program? Yeah,
Pacific Rim style. We gotta get ready for kaijus, man. We gotta start doing it.
Interdimensional, intergalactic kaijus.
Yeah. Well, this is what there's a show called The Expanse that does a good job of like being like, this is what space travel would actually be like. Which is like, to fight gravity and all this stuff, you're going to have to be hooked into a chair that's shooting like certain kinds of liquid in your body to counteract the G forces and all this stuff. And I think this is sort of an extension of that. Be like, how would working these cockpits actually work? It's like, well, you'd have to stick a tube up your ass to get to deliver liquid. And you're like, like it completely like de-romanticizes like the entire like concept of it, right? Because instead of Gundam where you're like, oh, you hop in and you kind of do like the shifters like back and forth, and then, like, it's like, no, you're probably gonna
the entire time they're like this, but it's only because something's up their butt.
Exactly. You're probably gonna have to be like brain linked with with a friend of yours like Pacific Rim. You're both gonna have tubes up your butts. Space, we're probably never going to experience this, but like in the future when like they are like doing like deep space missions and all that stuff, it's going to be so gross. The first like 100 years, like remember like how hard it was for people to cross the Atlantic and like how like they got scurvy and like they fucking like dysentery. People had to get their legs chopped off and like they had to throw salt to keep the food good. And like it's going to be so much grosser. If you land on a planet and you open the cockpit and all this, like the aliens are gonna smell something, they're gonna be like, "Oh God, oh, these savages, these savages."
They're just gonna come out. We're just gonna be like, "We're the higher life forms here. Give us your land."
That's why, it's not.
The Native Americans must have been like, "Ew."
Yeah, that's what these aliens, we only think they look like lizards and stuff, but that's just like all the gunk that's built up on them on their way here in their cockpits. They're like, actually, we look more like you guys. We just have to like walk. We got to take a shower.
The Greys are just like us, essentially, from the future. It's like, no, in order to like time travel, this is what happens to your body.
You turn into like a little Roger from American Dad. Oh God. It's funny. It's anime is this mainstream. I think the voice actress commented on it. I think she was. The voice actress that plays Shinji. It was just like taking LCL through the anus. I've never done anything like that before. She's like, what's going on, Father?
A lot of people have.
She's like, will the Ava method save us from coronavirus? Maybe that would be how. Yeah, that's always a fun one. You go like, all right, so you get corona, and they're like, well, you can either bed rest and you'll be out for 14 days, or or we can just launch this LCL liquid up your ass. And
I would take the LCL. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. You know what? It's not gonna
get in the butt, Shinji. Get in the
get in there.
Get in there.
I need you to kill the corona angels in my body. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep a chocolate eye on that on that story as it develops.
Yeah. Breaking news, everyone.
Breaking wind news, everyone. Is that the last poop pun we can kind of do?
Poop farts. Dropping the kids off in the robots. Dropping LCL pool. I don't know. I can't.
I think we did do justice.
All right, and there it is.
I'm so sorry. Look at the subscribers just dwindling.
Oh no!
It's almost like they're circling down the toilet drain. Oh right, and that's the last one.
Oh boy.
So I guess now to the main event. Of the episode. We will now be reacting to episode, what is this, 9?
Episode 9.
Episode 9. Wow, it's been 9 weeks since My Hero started?
Yeah, what's technically episode 8 if you don't count the recap?
If you don't count the recap.
Which, but, episode 9, officially, of season 5. There has been, last week was the conclusion of match 3.
Match 3,
which was Ida and Todoroki's showcase.
It was a tie.
Yeah.
Ooh, it was a pretty sick episode.
Yeah. Great.
Definitely the budget kicked in.
They definitely turned on they turned off the money faucet for this one.
They reciprocated that episode.
They're like, we burned through the whole thing. We gotta do some talking next episode.
Is this going to be a talking episode? I hope not. I think if it goes straight to the match, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, we got Bakugo on the lineup, and
this chapter I remember when it dropped, people were like, "Yo!" I mean, if they do, look, they better put some budget in this shit. Yeah, is all I gotta say. If it is like, if it's not this week, next week, the budget better fucking kick in.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be sick. This is a good showcase for our boy. I think we haven't seen Bakugo in a second, and I'm excited to see how they handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Let's get right into it.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. Now you know where he learned it from.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whoa.
Oh.
What? We got tape and glue. It's a second grade art project going on over here. What's that Pokemon? Cypher?
Oh, yeah. Sizer. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That guy's dead. Oh, Jesus. Ooh, let's go.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I won't let you weld me.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh my god.
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's overkill.
Oh my dear students.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh god.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
Oh.
Damn. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm standing over here, man.
I'm not even in your way.
He's so far away.
He's so far away. He's not even close, bro. Well, less than 5 minutes. Bakugo to
Less than 5 minutes, man. Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it's there's some cool when she turns that corner and he's just got the Kamehameha just right in her face. She's like, oh.
Yeah. It's like when Goku when Ultra Instinct Goku was fighting what's that girl's name? Kafla?
Yeah, oh, like the fusion one.
Yeah.
Yeah, just right in her face.
Right in her face.
It's like, oh,
boy,
I stepped in it now. Yeah.
Yep.
Because man, I think this chapter in the manga was like one chapter. I think it was just like, oh, the Bakugo fight. Oh, it's over.
Yeah.
And because we talk about this every week, but I'm like remembering these things as they happen. I kind of forgot all the details, so I kind of remembered it as just he stormed through and just kicked everyone's ass just on his own. But then it's like, oh, I kind of forgot the whole like, oh, we already knew he could do that. It's kind of cool seeing the whole. On top of that, he is now trusting other people to to also be capable. And it's just really cool. I think it's character development. Bakugo is always interesting because he outwardly is always kind of the same. He's always just yelling at everyone and stuff. So it's like these kinds of moments is where you actually get to see like that like developing character and the things he's learned over the years. Yeah.
He's not only about the talk now, he is also walking the walk of like a hero. He's like when to save save to win. And that's just a good motto, I think, for someone like Bakugo, who was very much like me. I just got to show off. And like you just see the growth from like, what is it, season 3 to now? He's just completely transformed who he is, and it's really dope to see.
Yeah, he goes like, there's times when I need to be saved, and there's times when I need to focus on saving people. That's why he failed the provisional exam. Is because he's like I'm just trying to fight this wind guy. Like I don't give a shit. Like I'm just
or like when Bakugo refused to get saved at the training camp.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So like he's definitely learned. He's definitely grown. He's still a badass. Definitely, you just saw why he's my favorite character.
Yeah,
in the show.
This episode is pretty cool.
Pretty good, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
next week is going to be match 5. And I think that'll probably be 2 episodes.
Yeah, I think they'll probably do a couple for this one. This is one where I remember how it ends. Once again, I don't remember anything leading up to it, so I'm excited to see. It also seems like we're going to get right into it because they did all the setup at the end of this episode because they wrapped up match 4 real quick, so they had enough time to do the setup for match 5, and I think we'll just get right into it, which will be cool.
The pace of the season is starting to pick up, so I think people will start to like come back to this as people come back to My Hero. I think season 5 is starting to really, really pick itself up and get going. Like it's kind of interesting because Bakugo was like, I hate winter but now I'm finally warmed up. And it's almost like that's exactly what's happening to the show.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it was a kind of meta commentary on like the season itself, and like it's like, oh, we just kind of got out of winter anime. And now we're heating up. So it took a moment. It took a moment, but now we're starting to get there.
Yeah. We had to wear our layers in the beginning of the season, kind of a little snug, a little cozy, a little like, all right, what's going on? And now as the season goes on, we're like, ooh, I'm heating up. I'm
ready to go.
I'm ready for summer when it really kicks off.
Hot Quirk summer, baby.
Hot Quirk summer. Quirk boy summer.
Quirk boy summer.
Yeah, Quirk boy summer.
That should be the title of this video, Quirk Boy Summer.
Quirk Boy Summer. Yeah.
In the meantime, please like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought of this episode and what you would like us to see talk about more.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. My name's Opie.
I'm Damien.
This is Filler Non Canon. Bye.